Good evening. This is Bob, and obviously we did not have our Parkinson's board meeting tonight because I don't know how to use Zoom very well. Natasha had a family obligation that that she could not rearrange, and so she sent me the materials and stuff, and I just couldn't get it to work. So I apologize for that. So I'm just going to run through the things that were on the agenda with some comments, send them to you, and then hope that you will respond back as we have some action items that we need to take care of. First off, the minutes from June 2020, I didn't see anything that needed any change. If you do, please let me know. The treasurer's report, we have a total budget right now of $239,054. That's up approximately $4,000 from last month. Really hasn't been much going on, as we have had some donations coming in for the Optimism Walk and so forth. I'd like to read some of the things that Natasha had sent me so that you can have an idea of things that she would have covered. She has been working on shifting all events to a virtual meeting with potential companies that we'll be able to utilize until we're able to meet in person again. She's been working with them to get that started. Sponsorships are going well. We are up to $25,000 confirmed for our November conference, which is very good considering that we will have little to no expenses on that. So that is a good thing. Natasha applied for a $4,500 grant from the national office to cover any expenses of the walk, which will be helpful because she wants to do some mailings and so forth. National office already said they would cover our mailings since we're going to go to virtual. And since we agreed to change our date from the tail end of September until October, they said they would help with the postage expenses. As soon as she gets the schedule of how the day will look, she'll email out a copy to the board. She's reached out to a contact at Iowa State University Graphics Department Design Program, their graphic design program. They've agreed to do any of the Iowa APDA chapter graphics for free for this year as kind of an internship type program. That will include the Live It magazine and anything else we may need. We can also utilize this for third-party events that we would like. For example, Pints for Parkinson's and so forth. This will save us thousands as a chapter just looking back at past invoices. She has received help get numerous support groups back up and running on our virtual method. She believes that we have about 12 of our 40-some support groups back up and running just in the last 3 weeks. He's teaching them how to use Zoom and the call-in numbers. So she's been working and update a list of support group speakers as well. Natasha is working very closely with a potential very large donor that will be able to share, hopefully she'll be able to share some wonderful news coming up within the next few weeks. A lot of donations been coming in that she will record on Tuesday. As you know, Jolene is no longer with us. She also had resigned. And so Natasha is really kind of flying solo on this as we speak. Natasha has created a sponsorship packet that could be sent out to anyone that would be willing to pass it on, or if you know of any contacts, you could send them their contact information to Natasha, and she'll be happy to reach out to them for sponsorship possibility for the Optimism Walk. We are still looking for someone, as I mentioned earlier, to replace Jolene on a 15 to 16 hour a week schedule, kind of a part-time schedule. So if you know of anybody that is looking for part-time work, a couple days a week, or it's pretty much flex hours at about $15 an hour, please let Natasha know, as she will be working with Charlene at the national office to get somebody hired. Anything you can do to help out Natasha during this time with paperwork or contacting or calling anybody, please reach out to her. Like I said, she's just kind of flying solo here. So I had sent out earlier the annual plan, for fiscal year 21. There's only a couple changes from the previous years that I want to draw to your attention. That is on goal number 1, objective number 4. We will create new ways to increase participation in virtual meetings, conferences, and webinars through the use of technology, as well as PWPs who do not belong to a support group. So that's one of our goals, is to be able to, again, reach every single person with Parkinson's in the state of Iowa. Goal number 2, objective number 1, the national office has changed their fee structure. We used to pay 20% of our revenues to go to research, both nationally and internationally. That has been raised to 25%. Every chapter in the country received that raise as well, or cost more money. So there's that. And then the last one I want to draw to your attention is goal 5, objective number 2, hire new personnel to replace Sydney and Jolene. Sydney's position will be more of a support group person type of thing. It will not be an executive director position. And to start off, until we get through this COVID mess, that it will probably be part-time as well. The budget, and I've already mentioned Jolene's position. The budget that excuse me, that needs to be sent in to the national office. Natasha and Charlene have been working very closely together on that. I've had a little input, but it's mostly been Natasha. And that is being set at approximately half of what we had for fiscal year 20. So it will be in the $150,000 to $165,000 range for the budget. So it's imperative that we continue to work on sponsorships and try to get as close to the goal in the Optimism Walk as possible. So that will also include the state conference, which is still scheduled for June of next year. Personnel we've already talked about. Optimism Walk. Go to the page. If you haven't created a team, please create a team. If you're not planning on creating a team, support somebody who is. Again, our goal is $70,000. Most of the people who have had their Optimism Walk and have had it done virtually, either in the spring or the first round here in the fall, have been realizing somewhere in the 60 to 70% range. So if we're shooting for 60%, we'll under promise and over deliver. That would be about 42,000. Right now we're at about 5 or 6,000. So we need to get cracking on that. So if you know people who have been involved, please reach out to them. This is where we're really going to need the board members to step up and reach out to various people who have been involved in the past, so that our chapter can weather this COVID storm and continue to do well. So that's just a brief 10-minute thing. Here's what I would like to do for the annual plan and the budget. I need you to respond to me whether you accept that or don't accept that. And if you don't accept it, please give me a reason as to why you don't accept that. That way we can, that needs to be sent off to New York City sometime this month, preferably by the end of the month. So please get that done this week. Give me a yay or nay on the budget and on the annual plan. Those have been emailed to you. If you need me to send another copy, again, reach out to me via email and I will send that to you. But please, let's get this accomplished this week so we can get that sent back to New York City by the end of the month. Appreciate all you do. This is a strange time, and those of you who are in the Des Moines, Ankeny, Johnston, West Des Moines area, I hope that storm did not cause any damage to your house or to your yard. Whether you will get electricity back if you're out of electricity, but hopefully there's no long-term effects or long-term damage to your home or property. So stay safe, take care, wear a mask, be good, and appreciate all you do for the organization. So we'll talk to you via email soon. Thanks. Take care.